Hey, right there. Hey, nice to meet you. How are you? Good, good. Nice to meet you. Like, but for
yeah, but I need to help you today. We got a youth, not the market they use to it's not a thing. All this is like non stuff, but before you do everything. But now, when you work, like not the same thing, it's so many days. And this thing will go away. You're working. I think
We were not prepared for this. We were not prepared for any of this to happen so quickly.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Betty, please.
thank you, everyone, for coming, and thank you so much for the flowers. They're so beautiful.
God, thank you.
So pretty. I mean, this means a lot to my dad, which is right there. He's like that in the center. This means everything to us. So since my mom and I really don't know what we're doing, we're just going to tell stories of my dad. And then we also got some pictures up here for visual. Okay, so my mom and dad met.
At Bank of America.
My dad was, I just found this out, was her boss.
That's the way to go. All the way.
That's why he always said, you do this, you do that.
And I didn't understand. I get that now, because my dad would always say, he told me, tell do this, go do that. I'm not your secretary. Tell mom. Now I understand why he told me. They met in LA, and they worked at the bank. He's been lucky.
Well, after, I think it was about a year or two, we got married.
And
It
then-
was funny the way he proposed. He says, how would you like to go to San Francisco? I said, what the heck am I gonna do in San Francisco? He takes out the ring, he says, maybe this will answer your question.
Oh.
The way he proposed to me.
I didn't know that.
I said, I'm going.
Aw. I didn't know that
There's a lot of things you don't know me.
one.
But this is, Michelle is Chuck's daughter for sure. Anything she wanted, she'd go, Daddy, Daddy.
But now my car doesn't have gas. Even now, I was like that. I was like, Daddy, can you put some gas in my car? I'd give him the car key. And I'd be like, here, Dad. My car's empty.
Spoiled rotten.
Not until later. Growing up, no. Growing up, I had to know why I wanted to buy that. I couldn't just have anything because everybody else had it. For example, we went to go buy a car. And I was like, Dad, I really want this car. I really want this car. It was a Jeep. Jeep Cherokee. No, it was a Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were watching Seinfeld. And I said, Dad, I really want this. And he goes, okay. I will buy this car for you. And you can tell me how Jeep
What Jeep stands for.
how did Jeep come and get its name?
She goes, Mom. I said, don't ask me. I don't know.
And I was like, what the? Who asks that? And I was like, he's like, can you tell me how Jeep got its name?
And you can have the car.
And he replied from right in there. I said, no. And I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. Jeep actually comes from the Army. It means general purpose. It's the vehicles that they use, and it was GP. So Jeep is how they got Jeep. So in case anybody asks you moving forward. But yeah, every day was a learning experience with my dad. I mean, he constantly, continually would teach me something. Whether it be, when we were doing my walls, when I moved back home and I was covering up the post-it holes that I had made growing up. We were putting spackle on the wall and I was putting a log on it. My dad's like, no. Just fill the hole. You don't want to have to sand. Or another thing was, he was just always teaching me something. And then the last thing that he taught me when he was in the hospital was how to put his hearing aid into the charger. He's like, come here, let me show you this. And I was like, okay. He always taught me something. Just gave me advice.
Tell them about the time we went to visit him in the hospital at Sunrise. That was our first visit.
Oh, God, okay. For those of you that don't know, my father cusses a lot. Cusses, you know that? Yeah. I knew. But he doesn't do that around my mother because my mother says it's not appropriate. And then I started doing it, and that's forbidden. I cannot cuss in front of my mother. So, I mean, it's just my mom's like, don't talk that way. Okay, whatever. So my dad doesn't cuss in front of her. Well, this
We
went to the hospital, and we were scared to death because my mom's like, get down here right now. So I go down there. They took us to the health department or the county hospital. And Bill couldn't go in because only 2 at a time. So we were like, oh my God. They frisked us to get in there. They security checked us and we're like, oh my God, what's going on? So we waited and waited that patiently. My mom's like, is there any word on Chuck? Is there any word? We'll let you know when it happens. And people were coming and going. And this is like at 1 in the morning. And we're like, oh my God, this is
What
it.
happened?
This is it. And then the nurse comes back to us and she goes, follow me. Oh, great. So my mom and I were walking back there and we're just like, okay, this is it. We're prepared. We can do this. And we go back there and she's leaving us around and back to the back room. And oh my God, we get back there and the first thing he says is, how the F did you get here? He's like, what the F is going on? And he would not stop saying the F word. And I was like, oh my God,
He's fine.
he was fine. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm going. But it was like, God, they made it so dramatic for us.
They scared us.
She didn't talk to her. She's like, follow me. And then we get down there and my dad, nonstop, F word. What the F is going on? How the F did you get down here? And then he was like, F, 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 F. It was so funny. I was like, oh, goodbye. I'm leaving. And when I left at like 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
he was still cussing.
Yeah.
Charles, you hear her, she's like, stop it. My dad was F word all the time. So anytime when I do it, now I say, well, Daddy does it. You know, so it's okay. So
That's terrible.
he was, yeah, yes. Let's see. I'm trying to find my dad. One of his biggest things that I did with my dad is soccer. My dad and I came home from college and I was coaching and I was like, I don't know if I like this. Let's go be referees. So my dad and I went down to go sign up to be referees, and that became my dad's biggest accomplishment that he really enjoyed. My dad became chief referee. He did, without even hesitation, my dad and I would do. My dad would do about 6 games on Saturday, and I would only do about 4. Sundays, same thing. Constantly. He would
Recorded every game on TV on soccer.
yeah, he learned everything by the book.
He trained.
He trained, yeah. And then we went to camp to be a referee. We had to go to camp, and then he, we had to get certified. We had to do things the right way. Everything was just follow the rules, and it'll be right. So,
When you were playing soccer.
well, yeah, well,
and you
that's
got
different.
that-
That's different. But my dad and I, we would drive up to Comstock. My mom did not like my dad referee. She does not like it at all. She doesn't like soccer at all. And we've been doing it for, I don't know how many years, since I was 14. That was like 30 years we've been doing that.
They would go to soccer and I'd stay
I know. She didn't like it at all. The only time my mom did enjoy it is when we went to Comstock.
I went gambling.
Yeah. My mom, we would not find my mom at all. Yeah, my dad and I would do, God, like 7 games each. I mean, and I used to ask my dad, I used to go, Dad, don't you get tired? I go, my legs are so tired. And he did the higher up game. Didn't even hesitate. He said, well, Michelle, you have to do this. You can't just do things half-assed. You've got to do it 100%. These people need the referee. So he would just keep on going. And I'd be like, Dad, this is our 6th game. Let's go. He goes, get the flags. Let's go. So I had to go with my dad, and I had to, the games he did were hard. I do U10. Okay? They're so cute. You know, the little girls have their bows in their hair. The boys were a piece of cake. My dad was doing the U19 boys, and I was like, oh my God. And he'd do this all day. He did this for 8 weekends. I mean, every weekend. And then he got Ironman of the year.
After all the games he did.
Yeah, he did
Non-stop.
non-stop. And I tried to beat him. Didn't even come close. But I got second, so. But my dad, he was big on soccer. And then, and then everybody knew him. And we'd go to the grocery store. Hey, Chuck. Hey, how's it going? We go to Costco. Hey, Chuck. Da 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 da. And then sometimes I'd be like, yeah, I'm Chuck's daughter, Michelle. Let's get special treatment. to Las Vegas, my dad, we tried doing soccer here, and it was
hard.
it was different. They did things differently. We just weren't meshing well, so my dad was like, we're done. And I was like, yay! And I was like, oh, thank God. And then he just kind of, I don't know, he missed that a lot. He missed that a lot. But he went to work at MGM. And when he worked at MGM, he was very happy. When I would visit my dad and I'd be like, Dad, can you please just get better? I go, don't you want to go back to work? And he said, and Michelle goes, I want to go back to work more than you'll ever know. Because I miss everything. So.
And he used to tell me, don't tell anybody what's wrong with me at work. I don't want them to see me how I am. He went from 160 pounds to 140. He was like the Holocaust prisoner. That's how he lived.
He deteriorated very quickly.
I think we went to 5 hospitals in 4 months. It was a constant emergency. And every time we went to the hospital, he caught something. Something would always get to him. And we have to do this, we have to do that. And for him, it was pain. He had cancer in his gallbladder, went to his pancreas, and then to his liver. In 3 months, at stage 4.
That's when they diagnosed me with stage 4. It was very sad.
And all they said was, Rita, hospice. Better put him in hospice now. I said, why? What are you talking about? He said, no more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I said, no way. I said, he's never been sick. What are you telling me that this is wrong with him? It is, Rita, hospice.
We didn't want to do hospice.
No, I said, you take him there. He's gonna die. They said they would take care of him every single day, and they did. Every single day that he was there, they took care of him.
And it was limited, very limited. Then he came home.
Then I said, okay, bring him home. I don't want him anyplace else. They wanted me to put him in the hospital, hospice at the hospital. I said, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to drive 30 miles just to come and see him dying? I said, no, I want him home. Bring him home. I'll take care of him. Because they said, it's going to be a big job. I said, I don't care. I want him home.
And when my dad realized that he was home, he was so happy. He was very happy.
I kept telling him, you're home, honey, you're home. And he couldn't even talk. All he made was sounds and moan and groan because of his pain. And we kept giving him his drug, medicine, morphine,
And
oxycodone.
liquid formula became.
That's all he lived on. No food, no water, no nothing.
He wouldn't eat. And then there were times when he wouldn't eat. We would try to feed him, and my mom would be like, no, we're not doing that. So she would grab his mouth, put food in his mouth in the hospital. She's like, you're going to eat, because he was struggling. And then my mom said, when you tell Dad, you better eat or I'm not going to come back. The next day, he was feeding himself. So he got better for a couple of days, and then he just kind of faded
Went
out.
down.
Yeah.
The 5 hospitals he was at. Low blood pressure, urinary tract infection.
Okay, so when I was younger, my dad and I used to go skiing. Actually, everything we did, and my dad taught me how to do everything. We would go skiing, and we would ski. My dad and I would leave at like 4 in the morning, drive up to Lake Tahoe, which was a 3-hour drive, go ski for the day. At lunchtime, we would get our drinks, bury them in the snow, then we'd ski for the remaining of the day. Go,
To our cabin.
yeah, well, no, not that one.
Not that one.
Then at the end of the day, we'd unbury our drink our drink, which was apple juice, on the way home. I'm on the way down, and then my dad would drive us home after 3 hours. But we did that a lot. He would take me skiing, just him and I. growing up, when I had to work in the yard with my dad every weekend, and I don't even think I got an allowance for that either. But growing up, we worked in the yard, and my job was to cut the grass with a hand trimmer at an angle, so that way when my dad mowed the lawn, it would look nice. To this day, I have learned how to plant, how to prune, how to make sure everything is in order, working. My parents had a lot of rocks growing up too. I mean, they had white rock, red rock, bark, stuff. My dad would make me sort the bark if the bark went into the other thing was bringing. But I learned how to do my lawn. I didn't know how to mow the lawn, but I did learn how to cut things, how to trim things. So when their house needed help with their pond and their landscape, my dad got his walker and he was like, "Let me see what you did." He was happy. And he tried. He really tried. And my mom's like, "No, don't go outside. Don't. He might fall over." "He's fine, Mom. He's fine." Another thing, my dad, when he was in the hospital, I'd come in there and my mom was there, and with my mom, you can't do anything. If she sees something wrong, you're not allowed to do that. So my dad would go, and I'd go to him and let, he goes, "Coke, give me a Coca-Cola. Your mom will let me have it." So I would go downstairs and I'd snack in Coke to him. When after my mom would be there till 5, I'd come in there and after work until like 9 or 10, because he told me it was time to go home. I gotta get up and go to work. So I would bring in 2 liters of Coke for my dad. He was so happy. He's like, "Get me ice, get me Coke." So I take out the water from the jug and I fill it with Coke, and he was so happy with that. Very happy. And then like a couple of days before he passed, he couldn't speak, but I got the Coca-Cola and I put it on the sponge, and he was like, kicking his legs and going, "Yay!" And I was like, "Yay, Daddy! Yay!" And then he goes like that, like it was like no big deal. And so I gave him about 8 more sips of soda. He loved Coca-Cola. He loved snacks. Every day he came home, first thing he did, grab a bag of whatever, chips, pretzels, and he snacked.
With his Coke.
With his Coke. When we went on vacation, we would leave the house, and no more than like 10 minutes later, he's like, "What do we got in the cooler?" I'd have to give him a Pepsi. My mom would prepare his like cold Pets, and he'd eat his Cheez-It. But my dad loved his snacks. Let's see what else we got.
She's holding on. I didn't think she could do it.
Well, yeah, that's my dad. He would do it for me.
Which she tells me that when she goes, she wants a big party.
Yes. Yes. Right, Phil? We already got the song, everything. Yep. It's okay. This is my dad. My dad was a great guy. He was great. It's unfair what happened to him. What can you do? He fought it to the end. And it was very sad. And my mom was dedicated. I mean, my mom got up 7 a.m. She's like, "I gotta go see your father." She called me, "I'm gonna go see your dad." So, I mean, she was dedicated. I mean, she fed him. She knew the nurses. She's like, "Make sure he gets his bananas in the morning, and make sure he walks, make sure he does this." And she was there. And I just hope that, my God, when my husband, if he gets like that, God forbid, I have to take care of him like that. I don't know if I could. I mean, my mom was like changing his diaper. I mean, everything. It was just amazing. You did a good job, Mom. And it's just unfortunate what happened.
Fighting the nurses.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was fighting the nurses and the doctors.
Constantly, because they didn't make his bed right or just do anything. I mean,
One time I walked in and I found him all wet. I don't care. Found him all wet. I saw him and I said, "Tell Lord those nurses," and I started clicking that thing. I said, "Where have you been?" I said, "Look at him." She says, "I'm sorry, Mrs. Ellis." I said, "You better change it right now."
everybody, my mom.
I couldn't say that. They don't. One thing about hospitals, They don't do anything for the patient. No, they don't. They don't put cream on him. They don't brush his teeth. They don't, nothing. They used to put the tray of cream and all that on the counter of the sink, and my husband's over here. That's the way they are.
So my mom spent a lot of time taking care of my dad. It's okay.
Yeah.
So. Any questions, comments, concerns? Okay, this is my Uncle Joe, this is my dad's oldest brother. And he's right there! This is my dad, he's a setter, he's right there because he was the chief referee. So, and then there's my dad and my mom. Oh, you're pregnant in that picture. This is my dad, he loved golf. Loved golf, he was good at it. And then that's their honeymoon. And then my dad is his mustache. You know, that's my dad on the wedding day. He was married to my mom. And there's my dad and my mommy. Mom's my daddy. And my dad on his honeymoon. And my dad and my mom on their honeymoon. What else is on my daddy. Got that same quirky smile. That same look. Same look. Okay, go ahead, Uncle Joe.
Okay.
And that's Uncle Joe too.
The tall one.
The tall one's Uncle Joe, and that's my dad. That's their family.
Yeah, but anyway, didn't know my brother after he grew up. But there was a bond between he and I. And I'll tell you why we had such a bond. We're little. My folks got divorced. Each one of them could not handle the kids. So we went to boarding homes and then eventually grew up in an orphanage. The only person I had was my brother. I thought I could do this. It was always sad for me. I was in for him the whole time we were growing up. After we grew up, we finally went home. We saw a picture of the family. He was 13, I was 14. We finally got home. But that bond lasted our whole lifetime. I was lucky enough that I could come up and see him and meet him and show him the bill 2 or 3 times a month. Those memories are going to last me forever. When I would come up, we would go to dinner. And then after dinner, we were at the casino. We got next to machines next to each other. Played the machines, had no idea what I was doing. He was teaching me, like he was teaching Michelle. And we talked about nothing. Then nothing now is the best thing that happened to me. And actually the best thing that happened to me was having him there for me my whole life. That's all I want to say.
If anyone else would like to talk, please feel free.
I know you all liked him. I know that. And he liked everybody. He always wanted to go back to work.
I know he didn't like gold silverware. I used to make fun of him because I said, "Carry your hospital."
I would have to take the other side. One of his coworkers to go to see him, he would do something. I said to him, how can you do this? Older, we have this opportunity. And we're how motivated to be ever up. And he said to me, don't take things personal. Travel the world and go where you do what you want. And I say, you know what? I don't know where to go. I go to travel. And I say, I really like to use something abroad. I take the bus. I travel. Thank you so much. And I just figure out what for me, meeting was very nice because an older person that know that to live life. They know that life is for you for a short time. And nothing you take with you. No car, no house, no nothing, no children. Only memories. Only what people make you feel. And you know your parents, acquaintances, and your true friends. It was not a very close friend of you, but I think that's my life. Sometimes people come to your life and they have to be your best friends. I just have to touch your soul. Be caress my soul. Have a great life. Beautiful life and remember great memories. He touched all of us. All of us who were working. And it was a pleasure working with him. He brings smiles to all of us. A few days ago, I lost my mentor. 90 years when she died. And I said, God, put people back. And those kids are now fighting for the wheel. They said, I told that to one of them, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to be fine. Somebody has to get a little give them fight. You guys are 6 kids. Don't do that to your mom. Why fight for money? Fight for the memories, fight for the pictures. Or for the videos where you are there. I will fight for pictures like that with my sisters. My mother's 83 years old. I said, God, the only thing blessing I want to give my mother, my friend. And the other, if I only, I will fight, it's for children. So thank you for letting us be part of this, for letting us be part of the memorial tomorrow. And to let you know that it's really such a lot of souls. This is what you forget. Thank you guys.
Everywhere we went and we saw flowers, Chuck would say, my people do better than that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
That's right. We do.
Because we do with love. We care. We care.
Yeah, always criticize, especially those that had artificial flowers. He loved you guys. That, be aware of that. He wanted to go back to work so badly. He says, I can make it, I can make it. I said, yeah, with a walker. I can't
I
hide.
have to do deliveries.
Orders, deviled eggs, please help
My dad's
yourself.
biggest thing was deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
He loved them, so I made 10 of them. Please help yourself. There's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches there too. Okay, I didn't know.
I put my Coca-Cola.
That sure is further game. I bet you don't want to
Tell you once, remember that industrial accident he had on his thumb? They had him all bandaged and everything, and we went to Costco one day, and he's walking around like this. Because he was all bandaged, he couldn't bend it or anything, he was just walking around like this. We were walking down the aisle, and this guy is coming towards us, and he had his hand up like that. He's so chuckling, he goes, "Hey!" That was so funny. And I just tell him, "Which way are we going?" Oh, that was funny. They always got him. But that man with bandaged arm and everything, they crossed each other. That was so funny. How did yours happen? Oh, it worked. Oh, me too. Oh, and I told him we used to go to the doctor for his checkup on his thumb. And I go, "This is embarrassing." He goes, "Why?" I said, "You're walking around like this, and here people are walkers, you know, crutches and all bandaged up and everything. You're walking around like this." That's embarrassing. Baby. Am I supposed to take the flowers?
Yes.
I need a truck.
All over your house.
We're sending a big truck to haul it over to your place.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're beautiful. I don't want to do.
Enjoy the flowers, don't leave it here. The flowers are beautiful to have.
They're beautiful. Thank you so much.
Plus, they were done it with a lot of love, believe me. Every flower was thinking about it.
You're all from the same. Oh, bless you. You have fun over there. You have beautiful things. We keep these still for a while. What are they? They're little. I think they're little. She's gonna last forever. Okay, our son is married to Michelle. So we came over from Arizona. Yeah, the in-laws, yeah, that's what's good. She said, we're gonna have to turn this basis to She wants us to bring him up one day and we'll send the driver. Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
All she has to do is just reach out to her. Oh, I love it. Somebody was saying that the company was in. And sometimes right now we're getting I've seen it. Then where do you go? Sometimes we get them to like all. Yeah, Holland usually You're all very talented. Well, what is your gender? I've been here for 16 years. Wow. Chuck was always anxious to do work. I heard about that.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's such a good guy.
Oh,
Good guy. Yeah.
well, there was, Michelle said that there's a video of him delivering. I guess we got video all over.
Rose made a book. Yeah.
And
Rose made
I
a
think they
book.
do.
Yeah, Rosie's the one that made that movie.
Oh, that is so sweet. Oh.
She was a professional photographer, basically.
Oh, okay.
Taking pictures. She was like the paparazzi of the group, taking pictures of everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, they're okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He used to do that in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, he just keep me.
She's like calling me.
I have to have a driver.
No, we don't know where. I changed it and they changed it.
I don't.
His wife, my sister lives here. So he comes and he goes, I just see this and this and this. I think that would be changing that one. It's 1999.
Mostly there now.
That's amazing. So I came home after this breakfast, right? And I'm like, I see he's like,
He knows when he's got a good thing, right? Wait, at least we got some. Oh, yeah, we got Last year makes it interesting. We laugh and keep crying.
Hi guys, so I run
Oh, you can't leave.
Why you so freedom?
You met him, right?
We meet up in Walmart and ice cream aisle, of course. We love our Walmart.
I see you every day. It's a different thing. It's a different thing. I know. And then, yeah, what happened to your son? Why is your son so calm? I don't know.
I'll stay in Vegas. Riding on snow, yeah.
Just looking up in the mountains.
Yeah. Yeah, better. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to be, EDA still going. You know, but like, I just say, you know,
Carlos, where you been? On vacation? You back now?
I'm gonna wait till it's that was me last year. That's it.
Monday, going home? I know, I heard you had to do that one, yeah. Yeah. So did you go for a week?
Olivia.
I know. Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
in their car. You're sitting home, right? There you go. See, look at this. That's what's got work. Look at that. I like this. Yeah. Looks like the things we like. No, those are the ridiculous.
That.
She's talking. We'll have a double egg. They're not like mine. And then see, there's these leaves too. They come from this. And then they get from the pollen. Zealand's not as easy as the pollen. That's what you They didn't sit
Is there certain ones you prefer?
Yeah, the one in my house.
Yeah, you know the name of it?
Say, the Nazarene. Church.
All right, and you want to deliver one to them, right?
Yeah, no, delivered. We're taking one of each.
Okay.
The rest came.
If not, I will let you know.
Come here.
Yeah. What did you say?
We're taking the photo. Let them get it.
Why don't you take, find out on the card. Because the three are say floral, interior.
Yeah, well, we're gonna take that one. They're the one that surrounds that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I will let you, I'll wait till you live in the park. Once you have that, I'll call the people to get one. Yep. I see it on here.
Be careful with that, very, very heavy. Maybe get one of the younger guys. Oh, vaccines. It's on fire, Danny. Yeah, it's very heavy. Yeah, it's sitting on fire. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but you know.
I'm gonna put it in the trunk.
We have room in our car too. Joe, we have up your vans. Transport, I should say.
Make sure you get your cards out there, but I just told her maybe the ones, the big ones. Look at your cards and see which ones.
Showing them these two.
Mommy, you want
Okay, you gonna take one back down, Patty? Are you gonna take one? No, no.
With her.
No.
Is it the? You have a. Okay. Here, I'll give you my phone.
my mom? I'm taking that one.
Because I'll come here to grab it anyway. That way it'll be easier for me. That way I don't have to keep in the car. And I'm but the back is sealed, so it works. Yeah, people could all be. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Whatever you're and then I'll come back around. Of course, you get to take on
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Of course.
Just fine. Including myself.
That's exciting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, yes, of course.